All right, welcome back and thank you for staying with us as we focus on dental checkups and dental cleaning. Now, before the break, Daktari had already touched on some of the procedure that they do when they're having a dental checkup, when you're having a dental checkup. So what now does dental cleaning entail? Daktari, you will take us through that, and I can see our set has changed. We now have your assistant as well as Dylan. So what first when you are doing a dental cleaning?
Okay, so initially we had mentioned the difference between plaque and calculus, and we said plaque is what you find immediately after a meal or next day after a meal. This you can easily brush with your teeth. You can remove the plaque and keep your teeth clean, okay? But over time, as the deposits build up, then they change to something called calculus. This is more firm because it's also mineralized, okay? So this, unlike plaque, you're not able to brush off. So this is why you need to come to the dentist, okay? So one of the things that we use for cleaning is called dental scaler. That's why we call the cleaning sometimes scaling. But now when you stay for too long, then you end up, some people come with the entire tooth has been covered by the buildup, and we have to do the cleaning under local anesthesia, which means we have to numb you first for us to be able to do a deep clean. Okay. But when you keep your regular checkups, you'll find the cleaning will be quite short and less invasive and not as uncomfortable as when you take two long periods before you do your cleaning. Okay? Okay. Yeah.
So we continue.
Okay.
So you're using regular water?
Just, this is distilled water. That we have a distiller in the office that distills the water, and then we put it in the unit. So this is what we use both for the scaler and also for the handpiece that we use to do fillings. Okay. Yeah.
So once you remove that buildup, does it come back after some time?
Yeah, so that's a very important aspect. Some people will say, oh, I did cleaning last year, and then in a few months they still build up. Does this not work? Yes. So as long as you're using your teeth, as long as you're eating, there's always microparticles building up on your teeth. That's why we tell you every 6 months, at least a year, or if your dentist feels you need to do better with your oral hygiene, they'll give you a shorter period. So this is like saying, when you have a car, do you take it once for service and then you never take it again? You have to take it after certain mileage, and the mileage, safe mileage we're giving you is 6 months. So basically we are giving you a card and saying 6 months mileage, come back, you need to get your servicing done. So yes, it does build up again, and this is the reason why you have to keep going for it to be cleaned. Okay. Yeah.
And how long does this process take?
So this process really depends on how good your oral hygiene is and when was the last visit to the dentist, okay? So in this case, like Dylan does not have a lot of build-up, so I'm guessing his clean would take about 30-40 minutes if you're someone who really keeps up with your dental visits. But then again, now if you have a lot of build-up, sometimes we choose to do one side and then you come for another side on another visit, because like I said, or we can even decide to do it in 4 visits, because our teeth are divided into 4 quadrants. So we can say we start with the first quadrant this visit, then the second, third, then fourth, really depending on how much work needs to be done. And how much work needs to be done depends on your oral hygiene, how much build-up is there. Yeah.
All right. So is it just the scaling that is up for during a cleaning, is what I'm up for during a cleaning, or there's another procedure?
Okay. So once we are done with the scaling, we do a second step of the procedure, Profi brush, that is called the polishing. So this polishing, we either use a dental brush like this, or we use something called an air polisher, which basically means that, so this paste is mostly like a toothpaste, but it has a slightly higher fluoride concentration than the normal toothpaste, okay? So what this does, and then it also has a small particles called pumice. So this is just to smoothen the tooth surface and also infiltrate part of the fluoride in your tooth, because fluoride is good on the surface. It helps to protect your teeth from getting cavities. So once we have finished with the scaling, we do something called polishing.
And now this is the one that removes the stain that you had mentioned.
Yes, so most of the stains some of the stains can be removed with the scaler, or you can use an air polisher. And then this polishing now is when now we just finishing up on the process. So basically it's like brushing the teeth. So when you bring your child to the dentist, this is what we'll end up doing, because kids we usually don't do scaling because most times they don't have calculus. After polishing, depending on your caries risk, your dentist might choose to do topical fluoride application or not.
What is that?
Using a fluoride gel. So like I said, especially for kids who are not brushing their teeth well, and we put their caries risk at higher, or someone who ends up coming to the dentist with a lot of cavities. So we say this is a high risk patient for cavities. So what we do is just apply a gel on your teeth. Okay, this gel again, it has higher concentration of fluoride than your toothpaste, higher concentration of fluoride than our polishing paste. And then the dentist will then just apply the fluoride on the teeth and let it sit for 2 minutes, and then my assistant will suction it out, and then we'll let the fluoride stay. We'll tell you not to rinse your mouth for at least 30 minutes. For at least 30 minutes, because that's the time we give it for it to incorporate on the tooth. Okay? So someone will ask, how come I cannot buy this fluoride gel and apply it on myself on the tooth? Because this needs to be done in a controlled environment, especially for the children.
So it is just you who can apply that
yes,
particular gel?
at the dentist.
That's important to note.
Yes, at the dentist.
Okay.
So that you don't end up ingesting it, or your child doesn't end up ingesting it. Because remember, for children 0 to 8 years, we usually don't want them to ingest either in drinking water or food too much fluoride, because it ends up affecting their teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So too much fluoride as well can end up affecting your teeth.
So now we have to differentiate the difference between applying fluoride on your teeth and fluoride that actually gets into your body through drinking water and cooking water.
Okay.
A lot of parents will end up replacing the drinking water, but they forget even the cooking water. If it's the same one, then the child will still end up drinking it. Okay? Yeah. So the one you drink is what we are saying is not good for you if it's too high.
Okay.
But the one we apply on your tooth and you spit it out, or the one in your toothpaste, is not harmful for you because it is not topical, it's not ingested in the body. The teeth only need it when it is applied on top.
Okay. Okay, Dr. Ari, as you apply that particular gel to Dylan's teeth, I'm wondering, so dental cleaning is not similar to dental whitening?
Yes, dental cleaning is not similar to dental whitening. Why? Because cleaning is just removing the particles on your teeth, the external stains from coffee, from smoking. That's dental cleaning. Now, for example, if you were to come into the dental office and you say, Doctor, I'd like my teeth a bit brighter. I want them to look a bit white. Okay? So now that a procedure we will do is now whitening. Whitening is where we are applying a gel on your teeth, and then we use either blue light activated, or you can also do take home whitening. So we apply the gel on your teeth and we let it sit for some minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and this will change the shade of your teeth, maybe 2 to 3 shades lighter. Yeah, now that is whitening, and it's a different procedure and actually costs way more than just simple cleaning. Yeah.
And there's a question that I read that, you know, if my teeth have been cleaned by the dentist and I do go regularly, should then that be my go-ahead that now I should not take care of my teeth?
No, you still need to take care of your teeth on a daily. It's not the where we give the example of the car. Once the person has changed the filters and the oil, the next oil change will be done on your next service. No. There are things you will need to do in between your dental visits. Like, remember we said the aspect of time, denying bacteria time to break down your teeth. And how are you going to do that? You're going to do that by brushing your teeth, okay? At least twice a day. I know there's some people who carry their toothbrush to work. Kudos to those people. But at least twice a day, with the most important one being at night, because you don't want to go to bed with all that food build up on your teeth. By the time morning comes, there's been a lot of activity in your mouth.
And there are people who have braces. Yeah. Do they also come for this particular cleanings, and how would you advise them to clean their teeth?
So first, just before I mention that, we've said you need to brush your teeth, and the second thing, you need to floss your teeth. Yes. The flossing takes care of in between the contacts of the teeth. So when you brush your teeth and you don't floss, it's like going to the bathroom every day and you forget to scrub your back. So over time, your back is definitely going to have a lot of buildup, right? And you'll see a lot of people have cavities in between because they brush and then they forget to floss in between. So the flossing should just be done as often as you brush your teeth, okay? Now, when you come to the case of the people with braces, you realize that braces in itself are like foreign things on top of your teeth. And like foreign things, they'll tend to attract more dirt, and after you're eating, you'll tend to have more buildup on your teeth. So when you have braces, you need to really take extra measures to clean your teeth, okay? So like you said, like I have a mold here. Okay, so yes, or with braces, okay? So this means that every time when you eat, there's food hiding below the brackets, on top of the brackets, below the wires. So you really can't be doing the same brushing as Dylan, who doesn't have braces, okay? You have to, your dentist will advise you to invest in extra brushing equipment, or they'll give you a braces care kit, which comes with tiny little brushes that you're able to put in between the brackets and in between the teeth and below the wire, so that you're able to completely clean your braces. Otherwise, by the time you're getting your braces removed, you end up with cavities that have started around the brackets.
Okay, asante sana daktari. Perhaps you could give us your final parting shot on how someone can maintain good oral health.
Okay, so maintaining, we've said at home you're doing your brushing, you're doing your flossing, and you're looking into your diet. We're not saying you stop eating chocolates, but if you're going to eat chocolates, then you advise that either you take it with your meals or you brush after. The whole point is to make sure the high sugary thing does not stay on your tooth for too long, to allow the bacteria to break it down and cause acid. So by the moment you understand how cavities form, then you're able to take care of your teeth better, and you also do not spook when you eat a chocolate, because you know all I need to do is brush after to deny the bacteria enough time. So if you end up in a situation where you've eaten something sugary and you don't have your toothbrush around, then we advise that you can chew sugar-free gum. So what this sugar-free gum does, it increases the saliva flow into your mouth and helps to clean off the debris and the sugar out of the mouth, okay? And then we've said cleaning alone at home is not enough. You need to visit your dentist at least 6 months, or as advised by your dentist, depending on what they have examined, for them to do the cleaning like we have done for Dylan, and the polishing, okay? And if the dentist feels that you have a high caries risk, then they will also advise you have the topical fluoride treatment, so that it also protects your teeth from cavities and to reduce post-op sensitivity.
Yeah. Those are very important points to take away. Asante sana daktari for taking us through dental cleaning, as well as the need for someone to have dental checkups. And as well, thank you, Dylan, for being a graceful model for us today, as well as you, Daktari's assistant, and you back at home. I hope that you have taken important takeaways from this particular episode and why it is important for you to visit your dentist regularly. Until next time, it is goodbye and good night. I am Sheila Chelangat. Thank you for keeping it TV 47.